Mr. Vice President, are you aware that you're misquoting Donald Trump in Charlottesville? He never called neo-Nazis very fine people.
No, he called all those folks that walked out of that, they were neo-Nazis, shouting hate, their veins bulging.
But he said specifically that he was condemning them.
He did not. He said he walked out and he said, let's get this straight. He said there were very fine people in both groups. They're chanting anti-Semitic slogans, carrying flags.
I've condemned neo-Nazis. I've condemned many different groups, but not all of those people were neo-Nazis, believe me. Not all of those people were white supremacists by any stretch. People that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. So you know what? It's fine. You're changing history, you're changing culture, and you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly. Now, in the other group also, you had some fine people, but you also had troublemakers, and you see them come with the black outfits and with the helmets and with the baseball bats. You had a lot of bad people in the other group too.
But he said specifically that he was condemning them.
He said he walked out and he said, let's get this straight. He said there were very fine people in both groups.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. They should be condemned totally. Condemned totally.
But he said specifically that he was condemning them. He said condemning them. He did not.
They should be condemned totally. Condemned totally.
But he said specifically that he was condemning them. He said condemning them. He did not.
So I only tell you this. There are two sides to a story. I thought what took place was a horrible moment for our country. A horrible moment.
Let's get this straight. He said there were very fine people in both groups.
And I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. They should be condemned totally. Condemned totally. Condemned totally. Condemned totally.